This half-finished building along a back road represents what could have been an almost 6,000 square meter cannabis production plant growing safe, legal cannabis and employing 20 local workers.
So this is the facility that was built. It was built to get the licenses. So a small little facility, temporary, meant to get the licenses. Once you got the licenses, then the plan was to expand, to grow, to add on to this. This was our flowering room. We don't have any lights on in there now, of course.
Crystal Cure ran into construction issues and scaled back to this small section of the building, and for a while they made it work.
We were selling our product at points in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Saskatchewan, PEI, and then we also had our own retail store here at the facility. We were the first ones in Atlantic Canada to do that.
Crystal Cure soon discovered another problem, a government problem, taxation and pricing. And with no changes on the horizon, the plant shut down last August.
Yeah, for federal fall economic statement in both 2022 and 2023 came out, and there was absolutely no sign that there was going to be any reform, any help at all.
There are two issues here. One is the excise tax charged to producers, also known as a sin tax. It's $1 a gram, and it adds up really fast.
It was still, the excise tax is 35% at least of our top line sales. And anytime that 35% right off the top before you even go to the market is gone in pure excise tax, not to mention sales taxes, not to mention fees, Health Canada regulatory fees, security clearances, we just couldn't get to a point where you're able to make money.
It's not just Wilson saying this. Last year, the House of Commons Finance Committee called for adjustments to the excise tax, which gives provinces 75% of cannabis revenue. The Competition Bureau of Canada said in a 2023 report, the excise tax was a major barrier to competition.
There's many issues facing the industry. Excise is not the only one, but it is a significant one.
The second issue is the markup at government-owned stores like this one. When Ottawa legalized cannabis, provinces saw a cash cow, even though the federal goal was to keep prices as low as possible to lure customers away from the illegal market. Wilson obtained this mandate letter from the previous PC government to Cannabis NB, directing the stores to maximize profit.
I think a lot of people missed that the federal government's goal the entire time was really never about revenue generation. It was about protecting public health and public safety.
Both revenue streams, excise tax and store profit, have been rising since cannabis was legalized, earning New Brunswick almost $37 million last year.
That ultimately adds to the end price that a consumer is paying. And when consumers are choosing, which products they want to buy, either from the legal market or the illicit market, price is obviously a significant factor.
The big ones in this document that really stood out.
Wilson also got this federal briefing note through Access to Information, warning then Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland that producers were in financial distress due to markups beyond the original plan. We asked the Federal Finance Department whether it's going to do anything about the problems it identified in its own briefing note. The department said it's continually reviewing the tax framework to make sure it's fair and effective, and pointed out the illegal market is down to 30%.
If you're 6 years in and we still have an illicit market that has 30% penetration or more, because we don't know exactly how deep it is, that's unacceptable, completely unacceptable.
Wilson says Ottawa and the provinces should agree to either get rid of the provincial excise tax or reduce the markups. Cannabis NB and the Provincial Finance Department did not provide an interview or a comment.
But I know that there was a lost opportunity here and across the country for many producers. And my big thing is now I struggle with the fact, not about our individual business, I struggle with the fact that we have a struggling economy, that we're talking about crime and public health, and you have an industry already there, ready, willing, and able to help. And no one seems to want to give them the time of day. That's the part that's most disappointing to me.